Today I am walking around the streets of Brooklyn, New York, and a lot of the things that I've been getting asked about lately is about different beard shapes. Do you ever find that your beard just doesn't quite fit your face? You can see mine is about as big as it's been since I've been talking to you guys. Should it be square? Should it be triangular? Should it be rounded? Let's find out together. Today I'm going to break down the 3 primary shapes that you need to know to be a confident and competent beardsman. Let's get into it.
My name's Matty Conrad. I've been a professional barber for over 27 years, and in that time, I've built a number of barbershops and started a brand called Victory Barber and Brand. I spend most of my time traveling around the world teaching other barbers all my tips and tricks on how they can be better barbers. Now, I've been featured in a number of magazines, but more recently I've been showing up as a grooming expert on GQ's YouTube page. Collectively, that series has over 25 million views. So that inspired me to start my own YouTube page so I could answer some of your most burning questions and share with you guys my best tips and tricks to take your grooming to the next level. So here they are.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Matty Conrad, and today we're going to be talking about beard shapes. Now, I know it seems very complicated because there's a lot of different shapes that you see, and I'm going to make a lot of different videos about how to create more specifically nuanced and different shapes. But all of the beard shapes that I know how to do and all the ones that you see on the internet really fall into 3 primary categories. So today we're going to explore those 3 basic types, and we're going to break down some of the drawbacks and some of the benefits of each one. So without further ado, let's get to the nerdy stuff.
Okay, beard enthusiasts, it's time for the nerdy stuff, and today we're diving deep into beard shapes. The world is full of beards of many shapes and styles, and each one possesses a certain personality of its own. But when it comes to full beards, there are 3 different shapes that change both the look and the vibe of your facial fur. But before we reveal these 3 musketeers of bearddom, let's do a quick refresher on beard anatomy. Beards can be broken down into 2 primary areas or zones, the interior shape and the outline. Let's start with the interior shape for the beard, beginning with the sidewalls. These are the smooth panels that make up the sides of the beard. They can be flat or slightly curved, vertical to create a leaner look, or flared for a slightly wider look. The front wall is a smooth flat panel below the lips at the front of the beard. This should sit straight up and down or can slope slightly forward. They should not slope back as it gives the appearance of a weaker chin. Then there is the base, or something I occasionally call the shelf. This is the area of the beard that most impacts the appearance of the beard. It can be squared, rounded, or triangular. The base can slope forward or be flat across the bottom, but it should not slope backwards towards the neck as it gives a chubbier look to the face. When it comes to the outline, it is composed of 3 parts. The back line, which connects the back of the sideburn to the corner of the jaw, should be clean and slope back very slightly. The baseline, which should mirror the base shape of the beard and will move either up or down depending on the length of the beard. And the top line, which is sometimes called the cheek line, which can either be rounded to give the face a softer, fuller look, or linear, which gives a sharper and leaner look. Then the lip line, which has 2 parts, the peak being the center, and the points, which are the exterior edges. Now that we're caught up on that, let's explore the 3 primary shapes. The most predominant shapes for full beards are rounded, squared, and triangular. Let's have a look at the characteristics of each one. First up, the rounded beard. This has a rounded base, curved sidewalls, and rounded outlines. It's like that friendly guy next door of beard shapes. Ideal for guys with square face shapes, this beard shape will soften those sharp jawlines, giving you that more approachable, let's have a beer vibe. The rounded beard is the most low-maintenance beard of all the beard shapes, as most beards will just default grow into this if you let them. The square beard has a flat linear base, flat vertical sidewalls, and very little slope. It is a slightly more high-maintenance beard shape, and may require more than just a semi-annual visit to the barber shop. But for all my round-faced guys out there, this one is your ticket to a chiseled-looking chin with the side benefit of giving you some serious lumberjack vibes. Last but not least, the triangular shape is often called the ducktail beard. This one has slightly flared sidewalls and an angled pointed base that slopes forward. This sleek style often suits oval-faced guys, adding that edge of intrigue and making it look like you've been spending time in the gym, not the barber's chair. It's the Kratos beard, and if you want to see how to do it, I have 2 videos dedicated just to this one. So, whether you're feeling round, square, or a little bit triangular, remember, your beard is the silent ambassador of your style. Choose wisely, groom passionately, and keep it handsome. Let's get back to it.
All right, guys, hopefully that helps you understand a little bit more of the benefits and the drawbacks of each specific beard shape. But now I'm gonna show you how to trim each one on my own beard. Now, I've never done this before, and most of the time when I make a video, I will make a specific shape and then I will have to grow it out and start again. So most of the time when you see my beard, it looks like this because I'm growing it to make another video for you guys. But today, I'm gonna try and transform my beard into 3 different shapes. Now, I'm gonna start with round. And one of the reasons why I start with round is because round is kind of the default shape for a beard when you just let it grow. You can see my beard has got a very heavy, wide, round shape right now. And that's because I haven't done anything to it in quite a long time. To maintain a round shape is really easy, but that doesn't mean that there isn't some things that we can do to clean them up and make them look their best. So let's get started. I'm gonna create something that is still round, but looks just a little more polished up than this.
Okay, we're doing 3 different beard shapes today, and in the interest of time, I'm just gonna stick to the important parts of each one. But if you wanna see a full-length version of any of these shapes, just hit subscribe and leave a request in the comment section below. And yeah, white t-shirt, terrible idea. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna wash the beard with Victory Barber and Brand Wash. It's always better to wash and dry before you trim, but also I'm gonna be doing a lot of blow drying and I want my beard to stay healthy and soft. So while I lather that up and give it 60 seconds to do its thing, here's the tools that I'm gonna use today. First is the clipper. This is the one that I'm working on, and today I'm trying out a different trimmer because I wasn't totally happy with the previous one, and I want it to be perfect for you guys. So we'll see how this one does. I'll also be using a pick, a wide tooth comb, and a Denman brush. Okay, that should do it. I'm just gonna pat it dry and start detangling it with my pick. Pro tip, a pick is the best tool to use when it comes to detangling your beard. When prepping to trim a rounded beard shape, you really want to draw the hair out in all directions. Get it to sit in a fluffed out natural shape. Once it's detangled, just let it air dry. Oh yeah, and if you have a curly beard like mine, never use the fine side of the comb, wide side only. Once that's done, I'm going to take my clipper, close the lever all the way, and use it inverted to shape the base using freehand, so no guards for this one. Starting in the center, I'm going to work my way out to the sides, gently twisting the clipper the further out I go to create the curved shape at the bottom. Even on the base, you can see that the lines are a bit rounded. I'm not going to tilt my head back too far. I want to preserve some bulk down here. Once I'm happy with the curvature on the base, I'm going to continue to the side walls. To get a rounded shape, I'm going to pitch the clippers further, and I'm going to make my panels from the front to the back, still using freehand. The goal is not to make a perfect circle. It's just to make it look rounded, kind of like this. Then I'll hit the other side, which is always hard because I am not ambidextrous, like at all. Once that's done, I'm going to blow dry off the shrapnel, and I'm going to do a little trick with my mustache where I blow the hair out to each side, then I comb through each side from the top, pushing the hair down while still aiming the airflow up. This helps me get it to flip up at the ends. Time for the outline. I'm just going to start at the back line and just comb the hair back at the sideburn and the back part of the beard. Normally for a round shape, I would soften out the corner down here and make it rounded, but I have 2 more shapes to do that depend on it being squared, so I'm just going to leave that part. To clean up the baseline, I'll tilt my head right back, comb the hair down, and just clean up the edges with my trimmer, following the same rounded shape. Then I'll match it on the opposite side. Carefully. Remember, not ambidextrous. To create the curved line on top, I'm going to use my favorite trick where I put my finger on my cheek, stretch the skin upwards, and create a straight line between the bottom of my sideburn and the corner of my mouth. When I release the cheek, boom, curved line.
As you can see, my growth lines are pretty low, and I am not an enhancements kind of guy. So I'm just going to keep the lines as high as possible while still cleaning them up a little bit. To make the mouth part more functional, I'm going to create a slight peak in the center by turning the trimmer on its side and rotating out from the center of the top lip like this. And then I'll trim the ends of the mustache by combing it up, angling the comb, and remember, just the tips. Well, that's looking pretty rounded. I'm going to take my favorite beard grooming paste, the Victory Barber and Brand Super Dry. I'm going to warm it up between my palms. Apply it to the beard. And then I'll comb it through to get a natural looking finish. And voila. All right, let's go talk about it. All right, what do you guys think? Round beard shape. I don't think it looks too bad. Now, this is not normally the shape that I choose to wear for myself. Usually I like something just a little bit more lean and a little bit more angular, but I kind of like to try new things now and then. The one thing I will say is it actually makes my face shape look wider. It makes the bottom part of my jaw look a little bit kind of fuller, almost chubby. But for guys that have leaner face shapes or guys that have wider broad tops and lean chins, that's like a heart shape or something where it's really narrow at the bottom, wearing a rounded beard shape can be very flattering. But mine is a little more balanced. I'm a little more rectangular or oval, so even though I could probably wear this rounded shape, I prefer to wear something that's a little bit more angular. So let's go back to the sink and turn this beautiful rounded beard into something that's just a little bit more square. Okay, one of the biggest differences between trimming a round beard and a squared beard is the prep. For a squared beard, you want to style the beard downward instead of spreading it out. So to do that, I'm going to use my blow dryer on high heat and maximum airflow to direct the hair straight down. I'll use the comb to provide a small amount of tension, and after a few minutes, you can already see how the shape has changed. When it comes to creating a strong square shape, it's important not to tilt your head back too far. If I tilt my head back too far and put a flat base in it, when my chin returns to level, you can see it's removed a lot of bulk underneath the beard and weakens the corners, resulting in a leaner looking shape. So, pro tip, when making a square shape, just try to keep your chin at natural resting height. For square shapes, I always start on the side walls, which I will cut with my clipper using a downward motion in freehand. Let me explain how to do that effectively.
So one of the things you really have to think about when you're using your clipper is what direction is the clipper head cutting. You want to make sure that you're holding it at the right angle. So if you're working freehand and you want to make something that is straight down and nice and flat, just lay your comb on the clipper blade just like this. That's the flat part of the blade. And you'll notice that the clipper sticks out at about 45 degrees. Now 45 degrees means that you're kind of cutting in a straight up and down plane. If I tilt the clipper over like this, you can see what angle the clipper is cutting at. So if I'm holding the clipper here at 45 degrees and pushing straight down, I'm getting a nice clean line. But if I'm holding the clipper like this, what happens is it wants to jump in and cut and grab all of the hairs so it doesn't clean it smooth. If I want to preserve a little bit of length at the bottom, I'm going to increase the clipper from more than 45 degrees. And what that's going to do is just going to create a nice clean paddle outward, and that's going to give me a slightly wider shape at the bottom. It takes a little bit of practice, but understanding the angle that your clipper cuts at will really help you get a smoother result.
Well, after a few passes, that should start to look a bit more linear, and my non-ambidextrously gifted self will attempt to match it up on the other side. Once the sidewalls are done, it's time to strengthen up the shape on the base. I'm just going to take off enough to flatten the shape out a bit. Starting from the center, using my clipper inverted, and keeping my chin close to a natural resting position. Once that is looking a little flatter, I'll grab my trimmer and strengthen up the outline, focusing on the back corner and the baseline. Then I'll blow off the shrapnel. Grab myself some super dry and polish up the shape. Well, it definitely looks less chubby. It's crazy what a difference the shape of a few lines can make, huh? Let's go talk about it.
Okay, that feels a little more like it. See? Leaner. One of the big secrets to maintaining a square shape is making sure that you don't tilt your head back too far and erode too much of the back area of the beard, because this area starts to then lean in and it looks pointed. But the thing about having a really heavy straight line is that it often appears wider. And the closer it gets to my chin, the wider it's going to feel. It almost feels a little bit blocky. For those of you that are trying to create something just a little bit leaner and meaner like this, great. There's the tips I can give you. Hopefully, you're gonna have an easy time recreating that for yourself at home. But I've got one more shape that I wanna change my beard into, and that is triangular, or what some people call a ducktail beard. I usually wear a bit of a ducktail beard when I like for a shorter shape. Instead of having a flat line across, it's two descending lines that come into a very soft point in the middle. And that can create a really nice looking jaw shape, a little bit of elongation, and can make your face look leaner. Well, we'll get started.
Okay, for triangular, I don't have to change my prep. Same as a square shape, you want to style this one straight down. But we do want to change the angle on the front and the slope of the beard. So I'm going to grab my clipper, using it inverted freehand, and angle towards the jawbone. I will set the base, starting in the center and working up to make an angled shape that drops into the middle. By keeping my head tilted back, I'm increasing the slope of the beard and making a leaner looking shape. Then I'll match the other side. After a little bit of refinement, you can see that the shape is now looking much more triangular and leaner. This shape really does give the face a much longer look. Okay, let's grab the trimmer just to clean up that baseline. And remember guys, I just did the real quick version of all of these. If you want to see more in-depth how to achieve this shape, just hit subscribe and leave a comment below. All right, time for some super dry. And blow all of the shit off my shirt. Honestly, who wears a white t-shirt for this stuff? Well, I don't know about you, but I feel a bit more like myself.
And there we have it. The third and final beard shape is triangular or ducktail. I actually like the way this one fits my face the best. It looks a little bit leaner. I still have a very strong looking jaw, very strong looking beard, but something about it just doesn't feel so heavy in the back. So hopefully these were helpful tips for you guys, and you can explore which beard shape fits your face the best.
As a special deal for all my friends here, I am offering a discount code where you can purchase all of my very favorite beard products from victorybarber.com for 15% off just by using the checkout code YouTube15.
Thanks a lot for watching this video, and make sure you leave your recommendations and comments in the comments section below, because next time I just might be answering your question. Until then, Good luck and good grooming.